And there you have it, both national teams. As we just stand and listen as we're set to start the 2017 Women's Centrobasket Championship. First game of the day, visiting Bahamas in there, visiting teal and yellow versus the home team, which is Mexico, in their white and green. This is Calvert White, and I'm going to be doing your play-by-play alongside my sidekick, Mr. Tegan Shepard.
Yes, we're here in St. Thomas, beautiful Virgin Islands. I am the voice, Mr. Kevin Shepard. And Calvert, this probably is the first time we have two former members of the senior men's Virgin Islands national team, and we both were captains. How about that?
Well, I mean, it should be a good production.
Definitely.
You go to the hole and you give me the assist, and I'm going to finish it off.
You know, I'm dropping dimes. I'm dropping dimes.
Exciting basketball coming our way as we're in the beautiful Virgin Islands, St. Thomas, U.S. Virgin Islands, as we get set for the tip of the 2017 Women's Centrobasket Championship. Tegan, this is a big tournament. These are the heavy hitters. This tournament moves them on to, what is it?
It's going to be the World Cup. They're changing the name.
The World
it
Cup
used
in
to
Argentina.
be Tournament of the Americas, but next year is going to be the World Cup. So
FIBA doing things a little different as we're set for this sixth team. And they're doing it, this tournament is a round-robin tournament, a little different than we're seeing in past tournaments. Each team will play each other once, and at the end of that, then they'll go to the record. If there should be a tie between records, then they then go to the head-to-head competition. So it should be a wonderful, 4 or 5 days with some awesome, excellent basketballs. I'm very excited and looking forward to see these women play.
Well, one thing is given, all of these teams are very even. So the games will be very tough, very physical. I'm very anxious to see how Mexico is going to come out because they got some height. Traditionally, Mexico is always those finesse type of teams. But now with the height, will they play from the inside out? Will they be bums away?
And the Bahamas team a little different this year. I spoke to Coach Mack early on. Congratulations to her on her new little bundle of joy. She told me they've been practicing for, a little less than 2 weeks. So you see that a lot with international competition. A lot of these teams don't have a lot of time to put their teams together. And there we have the tip. Bahamas right off the tip. Beautiful block by Mexico. And that's probably going to be their strong point all game, as they definitely has a height advantage over the Bahamas.
Yeah, definitely. You can see the height in Mexico now going through the motion offense. Going inside as I expected.
The Bahamas is probably going to have to use a lot of their quickness to get around to some of these big defenders from the Mexico team. Not a big experienced team for the Bahamas, a lot of young players, but Coach Mack, if I know her well, she's going to get them playing hard.
Beautiful floater shot right there by the Bahamas, number 2. Correction, number 4.
And being that it's the first day, after the first day, we usually get used and accustomed to the names. So bear with us.
Mexico missed the easy chippy right there. She was wide open on the opposite side. Nice cut. Unable to make that easy layup.
Bahamas team well coached by Coach Mack.
Another steal. That's going to be a very big key issue, Calvert. Turnovers early, especially live ball turnovers. You can't turn the ball over in international competition. And defensive rebound.
When
you need to control those.
When you have a young team, that's one of your Achilles' heel. Trying to get your team to cut down on turnovers. And like I said, this Mexican team looks very organized, a veteran team, and they're going to look to capitalize on a lot of those turnovers.
Side pick and roll. Nice pass out to the wing. Three-pointer in and out. Here comes Mexico now on the fast break. Left side, left hand lay is good. The Rasco. Another steal, another turnover, see. Mexico now with the ball, skip pass.
Yeah, if Bahamas is going to stay in this game, they're going to have to cut down on some of those turnovers. It's going to be an early night for them.
And we definitely know that's one of Mexico's strong points, of hitting that three. So you definitely need to get back on defense. First rule of defense, you have to get back.
Nisbet surveys the floor from the right side, looks for the pick and roll. Kelly with the pass down low into Neely. Kelly with a big rebound.
You can definitely see Mexico's philosophy. They're going to push the ball whenever. They're trying to get up and down the court and get the easy points.
And it also tells definitely from the other side that Bahamas hasn't been together for a long time.
Yes, you can definitely see it just by the spacing on the court. They are too close to each other. That comes from practice, continuity. Bahamas also got some height though, see? Number 12, number 11. They got some size. They can keep up with Mexico inside. They just can't turn this ball over.
We're back to action again.
Coming up now in a double high ball screen. Both bigs rolled. Something probably went wrong in that play. That should have been the pop.
Bahamas still trying to settle down in their offense as they're quite not in sync yet. Silva up top.
Try to go high-low.
And that's what the Bahamas are going to have to do all game. Dig. Try to scrap. Get some early turnovers and try to hopefully turn those into points on the offensive end.
I definitely agree. Mexico is big. You have to run those bigs. Get in your defensive rebound first, outlet, and push the pace. Bahamas need to do a lot more at that.
Of course, we're here at the beautiful University of the Virgin Islands in the Sports and Fitness Gym, home of the Bucks. Grant to the line for two. No good on the first one. Second one is up. Good. Silva on the right side of the floor takes the pick and roll on their turnover. Luna with the skip pass. Mexico does an excellent job moving the ball.
They definitely do, Calvert. That's one of the better passing teams in this tournament. And like I said before, they could hit that outside shot.
And there you go again, Mexico using their size to get second chance points, offensive rebounds that led to that three-point shot.
Traditionally, Mexico half court, they like to get in you, take away your air space. Here comes another fast break. And 14-3 early, see White.
Yeah, Bahamas quite hasn't gotten themselves in a good offensive set yet. It's definitely telling that they haven't been together long, that this team is a very young team, an inexperienced team. I think Coach Mack told me she had about 2 veterans on the team, but as we can see, another turnover, and that's going to hurt them in the long run.
Well, I can see the philosophy of Bahamas team. They're trying to get the ball inside and trying to take it off the dribble penetration. Mexico moving it around very well. Spreading the floor. Look at the spacing. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Not a good angle for the pass.
But although Mexico turned that ball over, you can look at the Mexico team and you can tell that this team has been together longer. The spacing is there. The ball movement is there. They look more fluid in their offense.
Picking up full court, number 11 for Mexico. Here comes another dribble penetration. You can definitely see the philosophy of Bahamas. They're taking everything inside.
And that's what you got to do when you have a young team. Try to get easy buckets. Grant, who's one of the more veteran players, I think she played in the last tournament. She probably can give them some scoring down low.
Still a lot of time to go. I mean, Bahamas is all right. Normally when you go to these tournaments, you always have a little nervousness, not in terms of scared, but you're just anxious to play. They just need to settle down, stay close in this first quarter, and then I think we will have a good game. You can tell Mexico is a little bit better battle-tested. They came out with a lot more of a fire, but Bahamas are working themselves back into the game.
Nesbitt picking up full court, and that's what she's going to have to do. Bother the point guard all game. Try to see if she could get her team some easy turnovers to create some easy buckets.
Mexico is running a fast break. Secondary option that I saw at Maccabi Tel Aviv when I played in Israel. It's that side pick and roll, the big pop up, and then there's a back door followed by another side pick and roll. It's one of the toughest offense to guard.
And they definitely got the height to run an offense like that, getting that ball in low. Another offensive rebound by Mexico. And sometimes it's not just so you need tall players. You just got to put bodies on somebody. And right now the Bahamas players are not really getting any bodies on their opponents.
You hit it on the nail. See, you got to make sure you box out and get position. It's not so much about the taller player. It's all about positioning, box out, hit, rebound. Nice penetration and kick. Now Bahamas got to push. Oh. Another turnovers by Bahamas. Mexico going down to a 1-4 flat set. Here comes a down screen. Fade to the corner for a three. Another three is good. Oh, it's a two. She stepped on the line. Official said two.
And you can't try to cheat the screen on a shooter. You have to follow the shooter off of the pick, and she tried to shoot up through the screen, and then she got burned that time.
Definitely. You cannot shoot the gap. Here comes another Hans. They run it good that time. Bahamas got the lane. Very well. Well done by the Bahamas that time. They run a play that every team in the world runs. It's called a Hans double high ball screen.
And right now, Grant, the lone spot for the Bahamas team.
Here comes the same play. She fade again to the corner. She's shooting the gap. That's a play Mexico is definitely, they're going to put in their book that they can get a shot anytime if Bahamas keep shooting that gap.
Yeah.
You got to follow the shooter.
I'm sure coach is going to adjust sooner or later, hopefully sooner, as the Bahamas defenders are trying to shoot the gap. Another turnover, Tegan.
Yes, and another layup. Got to take care of the basketball, no matter what level it is. You don't take care of the basketball, you don't give yourself a chance because the defense cannot get back and set up. Nice penetration, but the height.
Nice double high screen ran by the Bahamas, but When you have a big team like you have Mexico, sometimes you could afford to get beat up high because you know you have that help in the back.
Exactly, definitely. I remember playing with Jabari Brown, one of our senior members, and it gives you that ability to pressure up any guards because you always have that help. And right now you're seeing Mexico, they have all the fates in their bigs, so they're putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers.
We're going to take a quick break as we have a timeout by the Bahamas.
(21-6) in favor of Mexico all over Bahamas right now. First quarter, 1:46 remaining. Bahamas with the ball. Mexico stays in man-to-man. Near shot clock violation. Out of bounds, ball goes to Mexico. Here comes Mexico now, bringing the ball up. Bahamas switches now to a 2-3 zone. So they go zone defense. Mexico passes the ball so well. This is going to be very tough. Nice backdoor, nice cut. And that's the key in beating any zone is ball movement. Swinging the ball from side to side, keeping the defense on their heels.
I'm a little surprised that Bahamas went to the zone knowing how good Mexico shoots and how well they move the ball.
Yeah, I agree with you, see. Going to the zone this early, and you already know Mexico can shoot so well. Well, let's see if it slows the games up a little bit. Maybe coach trying to buy some time. Mexico is going high hand, skipping. Nice steal.
One thing I noticed with Mexico, they love that cross-court pass. They'll move the ball all the way to one end of the floor and make that long pass on the other end.
Yes, you know, and traditionally, a cross-court pass is one of the most dangerous passes you can make on a basketball court.
Oh, yeah. Former coach Sylvester Anderson used to cuss me for that all the time. I could hear him now.
Oh, man. No cross-court pass. He hates cross-court passes and bounce passes. A near turnover. 28 seconds in this first quarter. See?
23-8, and Bahamas still looking to get that offensive spark. The one bright side been for them is Grant inside.
Yeah, she's been playing very tough, very well. Hopefully the rest of the players will get those jitters out after this first quarter and raise their game. As you know, this is another level from CBC, which is the Caribbean tournament. Nice shot. Will Mexico hold for the final? It's one mental lapse right there by Mexico. They didn't hold the ball for the final shot with 12 seconds remaining.
And we got a little wardrobe malfunction as one of the Mexican players lost her shoe. As I said, we're here in a beautiful U.S. Virgin Islands, a beautiful facility here at the University of the Virgin Islands Sport and Fitness Center.
Today is a lovely day in St. Thomas. A lovely day.
It is. We had some rain early on, but you know, we're not going to complain about a little rain.
Here comes Grant again, going through the lane. Can I make that left hand lay? And at the end of the first quarter, Mexico 23, the Bahamas 10.
And we'll be right back to start the second quarter.
And we're back. The second quarter getting ready to start. Mexico with the ball, side out. 23-10, Mexico over the Bahamas. Bahamas now switches back to man-to-man. I figure Bahamas wouldn't have stayed in the zone that long. Mexico can really shoot the ball from outside.
Yeah, after looking at the stats, Mexico is now 3 for 3 from beyond the arc.
That's 100%. Even I know that, C. White, 100%.
Shooting a great. Shooting 50% from the field.
Here comes a Hans play. Mexico, Hans, moving the ball from side to side. Well done. One thing I'm seeing from the Mexican players, once the play breaks down, they're not getting nervous. They know what to do. Everyone knows ways to go, and that comes from practice and time.
It shows the team is mature. It shows that they've been together a lot longer than the Bahamas team. Not necessarily that they're better coach, because I know the coach for Bahamas is a great coach, but with any team, when you can have a team together longer,
lovely
and it just tell you with that last play, their ball movement is beautiful.
That last possession was key. They moved it from side to side. Penetration goes to the baseline. The big girl dive, bounce pass, well done. One thing with women basketball you can always see is fundamentally sound basketball. Grant trying to put Bahamas on her back, doing everything she can.
And she's going to need to get some help in there. She can't do it by herself. And she's trying everything to get those easy baskets, but the Mexican team is just too big.
Out of bounds on for Bahamas. She got out somehow. .24-second shot clock. See, another turnover right there for Bahamas.
And we're only seeing 3 in the box score, but Bahamas clearly has more than 3 turnovers during this game, and
definitely
they're going to have to clean it up for the rest of this tournament if they're going to try to be one of the teams that move forward. Cut down on some of those turnovers.
And the next level from this, C. White, is USA, #1 team in the world. That's another foul. Very bad position in that time. You can see the confidence in Mexico is just oozing.
Mexico shooting an impressive 64% from the field, with the Bahamas shooting a woeful 23%.
Definitely got to pick that percentage up if they're going to have any fighting chance in this game. Now, I haven't really noticed Bahamas shoot any outside shots. Everything is inside. Here comes the double high ball screen. We call that a jag. Another penetration inside, but they're penetrating, they're getting there, but the height of Mexico.
And I think you clearly saw it. The offender was able to beat Avila from Mexico, but she looked so confident because she knows she had help in the back.
Yes. Nice box out. Yeah, Mexico is well schooled.
And that's what they're going to have to do, try to get some offensive boards, try to get some second shots to cut down to this league. The game is very much still in hand, as Bahamas is down 16 points. I have a lot of basketball to play.
Oh, yeah, a lot of time. This game is still right there. Still a lot of time. FIBA basketball, 24-second shot clock. The game is not over. But, you know, Bahamas have to start showing some signs. We need to see some help for Grant. And second free throw, no good. Bahamas again with a hustle.
Another block for the Mexican team.
Starting to get some second chance opportunities, though. That's good.
Mexico already with 5 blocks in the game, as they clearly have a height advantage over the visiting Bahamas team.
Difficult angle to penetrate right there. Got to get it up. You can see Mexico half-court defense is strong. Bahamas, I'm pretty sure coach is going to let him know halftime we're going to have to get some easy buckets, get our rebound, get some outlets, get some steals, and try push the pace a little bit, because half-court Mexico defense is very strong.
Bahamas back in a man-to-man. Just look at the ball movement. Look at the screen. Another offensive rebound.
He's setting up for the Hans, double high ball screen. Now you got to push.
They're definitely going to have to try to get some easy buckets, because right now they're not getting anything in their half-court set.
Comes a quick double team. Wasn't ready for the pass. Mexico is starting to double Bahamas bigs. That came from the coach. He realized that everything is going inside. Everything that Bahamas is scoring is dribble penetration, so he's going to shut down the paint.
Definitely great coaching.
Bahamas going to have to hit a 3.
Coach noticing that they're not really taking any outside shots. He's packing it in, forcing them to shoot the ball. It's great coaching.
Well, Bahamas is content of shooting the gap. We got a turnover that time from that lazy pass by Mexico. They're forcing Mexico to fade after those down screens. The scoring pace has slowed a bit in this second quarter. Both teams, as you can tell, are playing a lot tougher. You can tell the Bahamas is not as nervous, so now they're starting to play themselves into the game. And that's key about these tournaments, these international tournaments, when you're playing teams for the first time, you've never played, you don't know their style, you don't know, their routine or their philosophy, so you need a while to try to figure them out.
Seems as both teams have settled down since the first quarter. And like you said, a lot plays into it. You're traveling out of your country into a new place that you've never been before. Especially if you haven't played international rules before, there's the difference in the game. It's a lot tougher, a lot more physical.
Yes.
So as a player, you have to adjust to the new playing conditions in international basketball.
And believe it or not, a lot of teams cannot do that, see, because look at Mexico. I think they got here when? Just last night. And they're coming from Mexico. And they look like they're handling the traveling well.
The good thing about it, I don't think the time zone is too far different. I think there might be 1 hour, maybe 2 hours behind of us. So it's not a big adjustment for them as far as the time zone.
Well, Bahamas starting to get some steals now. The 3-and-1 break. This will probably be the first fast break opportunity. Nice pass to the trailer. Well, Grant is definitely putting her foot forward. She is playing. And don't look now, see White, but it's a 12-point game, and Bahamas are starting to get back into the game.
Yeah, I think they started off the game with a lot of nerves, like you said. First quarter is out the way. They're a little more settled down. As you can see, they're putting a lot more pressure in the ball. Beautiful move.
Beautiful crossover and kicks it out. She had a layup, see? She had a layup. And that's the philosophy of a lot of these international teams, especially teams like Puerto Rico and Mexico, the Latin teams. They will shoot a 3 over a layup. The extra pass.
Yeah, beautiful crossover was there for the layup and gave up an easy layup.
Grant is
gave up the 2 for the 3.
Sacrificing her body. Here comes the first outside shot.
And I just don't think the Bahamas team have the shooters that Mexico have, and that's why they're trying to get the ball in to get easy buckets. But somebody's going to have to try to help Garrett in there. She can't do it herself.
Bahamas down the push. Grant going all the way to the right. Ooh, in and out. She looks a little tired. Might need a blow. Another layup. Yeah, Grant is tired, see?
Beautiful bounce pass by Mexico, and you can see Grant is out there gasping for air.
Yes.
And she has been the lone bright side for Bahamas. She's going to have to get a rest.
And she's still going. And one of the things in international basketball, both of us know, it's not like NBA. You can't call timeout on the floor. Dead ball.
Another adjustment that some of these players are going to have to make. And I'm sure this is the first international competition for a lot of them. So it's a learning experience for them.
Yes, the game is fast. The game is furious. And you don't get no substitution unless it's a dead ball. So you got to be ready to compete. And you got to be in shape. (30-14), Mexico.
First one is up, and it's good. Grant now in double figures with 10 points. As she is the lone double-digit scorer for this game so far.
Mexico is going to push.
There comes Mexico up top with the ball. She surveys the floor. Over to the left to Silva, back up top.
Yeah, this is their down screen set. Everything is coming from the down screen into a side pick and roll. They're looking to go high-low. Excellent defense that time by the Bahamas.
Bahamas definitely picking up their defense a little bit. They're putting a lot more ball pressure on the ball, making it hard to pass the ball.
And
instead of shooting the gap, she's now following the offender.
And just the intensity. Everyone seems now to be in their player. No airspace. Forcing the player to make a mistakes. The number one thing is to make your opponent uncomfortable. And Bahamas is starting to make Mexico feel a little bit uncomfortable.
And there goes Grant again with another deuce as she's looking over to the bench. It looks like she's saying, "Get me out of here, coach. I need a sub."
Yeah, she's tired, see? She's really tired. She couldn't even contest that shot. But she's pushing it. Here come Bahamas trying to get an easy one. Got the high-low inside. Oh, over the back. Had to be. And foul on Mexico.
Two shot as Mexico is now in the penalty.
5 fouls will put you into the bonus. A little different. Unlike college, you need 7 fouls to be in one-on-one. In FIBA, you don't shoot one-on-one. It's 2 shots.
It's quite a few significant adjustments. Like I said, some of these players, or most of them are probably college players that are going to have to adjust. The first thing you got to do is get adjusted to that ball. And as a former international player, I never liked the FIBA basketball.
Yeah.
I never got used to it. I just didn't like how it felt. But there are some people that really love that FIBA basketball. But that's the first thing you got to get adjusted to, is that basketball. And then now you got to adjust to the distances, which the three-point line. Oh, did they move it to the college line? I know they moved it back one year.
Yeah, they moved it back. You got to get adjusted to the ball, like you said, the three-point line, the physicality. You know, sometimes how these guys set screen, you can get away with a lot more moving screen in FIBA. But Bahamas is fighting right now, though. They're not giving up. Side pick and roll. Try to go high-low. Got it inside number 12. Try to get a hook shot. Mexico on the push. Martinez, side pick and roll. Wide open, but she looks to pass. Offensive foul. Player control foul on Mexico.
Coach looking for a call. Coach from the Bahamas looking for a call on the other end, and she thought that her player got fouled on the last
She
shot.
is getting into the game now, though, see. You know, we both said before the game, she's very feisty.
She's one of those that she'll get into you. She gets into a player. She gets into the refs. She has a lot of energy. She's one of the more fun coaches to watch.
Yes. They tried to go Hans that time, but Mexico ran the point guard off the ball. When you run that double high ball screen, you cannot just declare a side. You can go both ways, left or right. You have to make that defender feel a little bit uncomfortable.
And if you're just joining us and watching the live stream, we want to welcome you, as today is the first day of the 2017 Women's Centrobasket here in the beautiful Virgin Islands.
And on the mic is Kevin, the voice, Tegan Shepard.
Alongside Calvert White If you're watching the game, shoot us some comments. Let us know what you think.
First time in history, 2 former captains of the Virgin Island national team on the commentary.
They got me want to get out there, man. I got some shoes in the car.
Well, November 24th, the senior men takes the court. You ready?
No, I'm not, but I have quite some time, so I will be ready to again.
I'm not ready. I'm done.
30-20, Mexico leading the Bahamas. First day of action. We'll be right back after this timeout.
Mexico has not scored in the last 4 minutes and 52 seconds. The Bahamas is definitely increasing their defensive intensity. They are getting into the Mexico players, taking away their airspace. Another turnover by Mexico. You can see Bahamas definitely starting to play their game, see?
And the Bahamas is a feisty team. They're going to fight. Like I said, if I know Coach Mack, whether she has experienced players or not, you're going to have to play hard. And she definitely makes her players play hard.
Another shot by Bahamas. It's an 8-point game, 2 minutes before the half. Mexico goes into a double high ball screen, kick out, beautiful pass. No good on the 3. Second chance opportunity. Excellent read by Bahamas. Here come Bahamas now pushing the pace. Going for the lay, rejected. Bahamas retain, out of bounds under. .134 before the half. Mexico by 8. They are in a very bad scoring drought. Yeah, Bahamas ran the elevator, but the elevator didn't close that time. Hook shot. And Bahamas are coming back, see?
Beautiful hook shot by Neely as she went over the bigger defender. Bahamas now setting in as they seem to get themselves in a nice little rhythm.
Yeah,
and guess what, Tegan? They're down by 6 points.
6-point game. Mexico now is out of sync. They're still moving the ball very well. They're still passing, still cutting, getting the same shots, but they're not knocking them down. That pressure, that ball pressure, is making them uncomfortable.
It's that good old saying that pressure busts pipe.
Almost a turnover, skip pass. Nice spin move. Second chance opportunity by Grant. And that's the physicality I'm talking to. Grant thought she got hit, but in FIBA, you got to play through contact.
She had one play on her elbow. She had another play on her shoulder, one on her left arm. Still didn't get the call.
You got to play through contact. FIBA is a different beast of basketball. .37 seconds before the half. Another wide open jump shot, good for Mexico. Castro.
And Castro looked like she likes that shot up to the high part of that free throw line. That was like her third one. She finally hit one.
Back court, another turnover.
Bahamas now racking up on their turnovers. They're going to have to cut those down if they plan on staying in this game.
Mexico is turning up the pressure too. This is going to be a fun game to watch. Both teams are playing very hard defensively.
timeout, and we'll be back after the short breaks. Mexico 32, Bahamas 24. And we're back to live action. And again, if you're following us on the live stream, send us a text. Let us know where you're from. We want to know who's watching the game. Rep your country.
Mexico holding for the final shot. Double high ball screen. Fade to the number 4, Castro. She will got the, and that's the ball. See, sometimes the ball is very slick.
Yeah, I played international basketball for 5 years, and I never got used or never liked the FIBA basketball. And there we have it. We've reached halftime with Mexico leading the Bahamas 32-24. What do you think of the first half, Mr. Shepard?
Well, definitely the first quarter belongs to Mexico as they came out and punched Bahamas. Second quarter, the coach made some great adjustments, challenged her players, told them to get into the Mexican players, and it has paid off because now they're only down by 8. So it's time to see who's going to make these adjustments going into the half, and we'll see in the third quarter. Should be a great game.
All right, and we'll be back after this half for some more excited basketball. Once again, this is Calvert White alongside my sidekick, Kevin Shepard, and we'll see you at the second half. And we're set to start second half action. 2017 Women's Centrobasket Championship. First game of the day. Bahamas versus Mexico. We had quite a interested first half. Mexico came out on a tear. They looked very organized, moved the ball well, got some great open looks. And then in the second half, the Bahamas kind of got settled down and started to pressure Mexico a little bit and got themselves back into the game. So it's going to be an interesting second half.
Well, definitely I'm looking for the adjustments the coaches made. Both teams pretty much have double high ball screen in the set. Mexico has a little bit more down screen action. A lot of motions in the secondary. Bahamas' philosophy is pretty simple. It's just to get in you and try to get a lot of easy points and get the ball inside. Mexico is inside out, moving in from left to right. So let's see the adjustments. Here comes a double high ball screen once more, looking for the high-low. Nice backdoor, well done. But the size of Mexico once again, see White. The play was executed very well, but the size.
And once you have that height, you could make several mistakes on the court if you got that height behind of you.
Definitely, and you saw it just there. Dangerous pass.
Want to send a shout out to Bella Stubbs checking in. She's supporting Team Bahamas.
Bahamas is definitely playing with a lot more confidence. Mexico is going back to their Maccabi Tel Aviv motion. That's what I call it. That's side pick and roll from side to side. And you can see the pressure, see White. It's all about pressure, making your opponent feel uncomfortable. And right now, Bahamas is doing just that.
And I knew it was only a matter of time before Coach Mack made the adjustment. She's having her players play up on the ball, make those passes tough. And that's what you got to do. If you have a great shooting team, you know, something as simple as making a pass off to the shooter would give you enough time to adjust and get back in defensive mode.
Exactly. Because Mexico is a big team, but they're very finesse. They're not as physical. That's a traveler. Turnover by Bahamas.
Again, Bahamas got themselves right back in the game once they got settled down. They're going to have to cut down on those turnovers. They're up to 8 right now. I actually had them for more, but the official score sheet is only saying 8 turnovers.
Yeah, I'm going to have to check with those guys in a while, see what's going on. Here comes their side screen. Another turnover for Mexico. And Bahamas gave it right back. You see right there, she had a layup and she preferred to take a jump shot. You can just see the mentality and the philosophy of the players in the two different sides. Bahamas, we are going for the layup, and Mexico prefers to shoot that outside shot.
And they definitely have the green light from the coach to shoot those shots, and they do it at a high percentage. And if I'm watching the Bahamas, I got to give my ace a shout out down there in the Bahamas. They call him 3-point, Mr. Quentin Hall. He's a legend in the Bahamas. I played with him overseas. He went to school at Gonzaga when Gonzaga made that big run in the NCAA tournament. He's still down there doing his thing, coaching a lot of the youth in the Bahamas. So big shout out to you, Q.
A lot of love. I had a lot of battles with him. I obviously met him in 2002 when we played against Bahamas here, and we formed a great friendship. He's a fierce competitor, very intelligent player. And the last battle I had with him in Bahamas, I was able to nip him for the gold medal, but I hope he wasn't mad with me. But hey, I love you, bro.
Oh, I get on him all the time. I remember that tournament in Tortola. Me and him was going back and forth. And he was telling me that he think the Bahamas was going to get it, but I just knew the VI team was just too strong. So, again, big shout out to Q. He's there doing his thing, still coaching. Got a lot of love for the game.
Nice position inside. Grant is starting to find the angle inside on the bigs for Mexico. Will Mexico come with a double? Nice pass. Player controlled by Grant. Foul. Mexico at the line shooting 2. They're looking like both teams trying to push the pace right now. I can already be a fly in the dressing room, and I can see the Mexico coach is telling the players, keep running. They're going to be tired. And makes and misses. He's pushing the ball.
You played in Puerto Rico for quite some years. You shouldn't be able to translate the Spanish back for us who is not so versed with the language.
Oh, yeah, I can translate a little bit, but I ain't played in Puerto Rico in like 9 years. But definitely a lot of shout out to Puerto Rico, who have really groomed my game into what it is today. Played many years in Guaynabo and Isabela. Played against so many guys on the Puerto Rican national team, which is really strong. Form a friendship with Carlos Arroyo.
Is Carlos still playing? Carlos can't be playing.
No,
still.
Carlos is playing. He's playing with Fajardo. He's playing great, really. He has the fountain of youth.
Shout out to Carlos Arroyo, one of the best that did it out of Puerto Rico. Nifty guard, very intelligent. Knew the game. Big shout out to him.
Well, Bahamas is still pressing their will. They are penetrating at will. They refuse to shoot that outside shot. I'm wondering if Mexico are going to go to a zone and force them to actually shoot some outside shot.
That's very interesting because you can tell that the Bahamas is not a great shooting team. They kind of force the issue a lot. They're trying to get to the bucket. So let's see if the coach for Mexico is going to adjust and drop back into a zone.
No good on the free throw. In the first half, Bahamas did a very good job staying in the game by getting to the free throw line. Mexico only went to the free throw line twice. Mexico is going into their down screen action. Here comes shooting the gap. You can tell the pressure is making Mexico a little nervous because now they are coming off those down screen without flaring. And normally when someone shoots the gap, you would like to flare to the corner, especially there's no help to the corners. Two shots for Mexico. Parado, no good. And the first. One more. Second shot is good. Mexico now picking up full court. Really putting a lot of pressure on the Bahamas guards. Here comes a side pick and roll. The idea was right. The angle was there. I think number 6 probably should have never flared out to the short corner. She should have go to the basket. Should have had a layup for Bahamas. Here comes the down screen action. Once again, trying to get the ball inside.
And I think if Nesbitt had to do that again, she would have shot that shot as she saw that she was too low down in the lane.
Yes. Well, defensively, Bahamas is hanging in. They have to start getting some points. Nice hustle. Another turnover leads to an uncontested layup. The physicality. You can just tell Bahamas, the guards for Bahamas they're not used to this level of in-your-face, 40 minutes physicality, a guy holding your shirt, your pants, your shoes. You got to get used to this.
You name it, they're going to grab it.
And you got to stay calm. You got to stay focused. And you still have to have the ability to run your team. It's all part of the game. Bahamas side out. High pick and roll. Another turnover from ball pressure, see? That's 3 consecutive turnovers in a row.
Bahamas at the minute kind of beating themselves as they're not getting themselves a chance to cut into this league as they're just giving the ball back to Mexico.
I mean, they're doing a very good job defensively. She got away with a walk there.
Beautiful left-hand look. She may have got away with the travel first, but
yeah, that was a travel.
If they didn't call it,
it's not.
Then it didn't happen.
I recognize the play Mexico is running. They call it caja. It's that down screen action. It looked like they saw something at halftime out of the down screen action.
And there we go again. Another easy penetration to the basket that she gave up.
She kicked it out. She kicked it out. They don't want layups. Here comes the elevator. It worked. Yeah, we call that the elevator. Go between 2 bigs, and the big close it up. Here comes Grant. She's strong. Definitely been the MVP for Bahamas.
Grant is putting in work today as she now has 16 points. It's definitely the lone bright spot for the Bahamas. And here comes some pressure from the Bahamas.
Yes, but somebody's lost. That was a broken play. Number 12 was wide open. That could have been a moving screen right there. Got it inside to Grant. Nice turn.
(41-33). Mexico leads the Bahamas. As this one still in reach by the Bahamas. Grant doing her best job to cut into this league. First one is up. No good. Grant with the second one. Good.
Here come Mexico once again. This whole half, they've basically ran the down screen action. There's no space. They are right in you. Side pick and roll. There's no breathing room.
And Mexico now picking up the little pressure. And here comes Grant.
Bahamas is fighting though. They're scrapping, getting second chance opportunity. But they got to be aware of the shot clock because in FIBA, now the shot clock resets to 14 seconds, see, not to 24.
It's another block shot for Mexico.
That's a rule change that catch a lot of players. Because if you get an offensive rebound, you think you got a new 24 seconds, but it's only 14. Two Bahamas players fighting. Oh, she had a lot of time. She just threw it up.
Another offensive rebound by the Bahamas.
Whoa. And in that possession, Bahamas will not be denied. That's 6, second, third, fourth, fifth, 6 opportunities. It's a 5-point game, see.
When you're on the man, that's what you got to do. You got to show some heart. You got to scrap. You got to dig. You got to claw. And that's what this Bahama team is doing right now.
You said it before the game started, man. It's going to be a scrappy, scrappy team. Mexico is a lot more technical, sound in terms of team and fundamentally sound, but that heart and that scrappiness, that will, that fight. And you're seeing a clash of styles. Mexico by 5. Double high ball screen, Hans. Big guy dive. Got the high-low. She went for the fade. Well,
beautiful fade away.
That was well done.
By Luna.
No good on the flotadora, but a second chance opportunity starting to come for Bahamas. See?
Nice follow-up shot by Kelly.
Now this game is starting to get very interesting because a 5-point game and Mexico has thrown everything but the kitchen sink at the Bahamas, and they're still in it. That was well worked.
A little breakdown on defense that time.
Here comes a double high ball screen for Bahamas. Nice strong move. Another offensive rebound, and right now I think Miss Grant is getting a lot of help because the Bahamas team came to play.
Bahamas definitely outworking Mexico right now. They're showing a lot more energy. And again, that's what they're going to have to do to stay in this game.
Well, the point guard went for a layup that time. Oh, cookies. Oh, she just took her cookies. Man, look how physical it is right now. Nice extra pass, wide open for 3. So she missed the layup, but make a 3. Can you explain that one to me?
She's a 3-point shooter. She loves to shoot from beyond the arc.
8 seconds, baby. Well, she's in the point guard's head for Bahamas right now. She's struggling. Bahamas should do a lot more high pick and roll in the backcourt to get the pressure off of her. She's bringing the ball up by herself, 94 feet to run the offense. An easy way to relieve that pressure is to have some high screens in the backcourt. Put the point guard head on the swivel. You hit her 2 screens in the backcourt. She's not going to pressure that high.
Sometimes all it takes is one hard screen from Grant, and I don't think she's going to pressure anymore.
Backcourt violation right there by Mexico. Yeah, definitely. One nice screen, and it put the point guard on a swivel because you cannot allow a point guard to pressure your point guard that high for the 40 minutes. You're going to wear her down. .9 seconds, third quarter. Mexico by 8, 48-40. Out of bounds on the Bahamas. Set up in their wheel set. There's no screen right there by Grant. She missed that screen. Nice crossover.
Look at the move by Grant.
And a push. Nice crossover. One of the things young people has to understand, if you want to be open, you have to set good screens. Force your defender to help.
You know, a lot of time people look at the end result, which is a shot, but don't realize a simple screen is what got the the person shooting the ball open.
Yes, you have to set good screens, especially in FIBA, since you can move and they don't call too many moving screens. You got to make sure you put a hit on that player. 8.8 seconds.
And you know, with all the turnovers, we're wondering how Bahamas is still in the game.
I'm telling you.
Bahamas with 12 turnovers, but if you look at the Mexico side, they have 14 turnovers.
Yeah, well, Bahamas is doing a great job turning Mexico over as well. I think the biggest difference with the Bahamas turnovers is more live. You know, it's live ball turnovers and dead ball turnovers. You don't want live ball turnovers.
And after 3, we got a 7-point game. Mexico 48, Bahamas 41. Come back and join us as we get the last quarter in this first day of Centrobasket Women's Championship. And here we go, 10 minutes left in this game as Bahamas is trying to push and fight, try to close the gap.
Yeah, shot the gap that time. She didn't want the 3. She was wide open. This should be a dribble handoff. No space right there. Excellent read. That's a great play by Grant. She read that well.
Good defense by the Bahamas as Grant shot the gap, forced the turnover.
Oh, very lazy pass that time. Got to take care of the basketball. It's your friend. Oh, nice play. Flotadora. Fallen Bahamas. She made the correct read, but you can see number 11 is really into number 4's head for Bahamas. She's struggling handling the basketball.
Nesbitt has been shaky with the ball all game. She's dribbling the ball a little loose. She needs to protect the ball. She needs to act like she wants the ball more.
On the other hand, she's doing a good job on defense, but Parado is a lot more efficient with a basketball.
Well, you don't have a lot of dribbling from the Mexico players.
They do a lot of
they do a lot of ball movement and a lot of passing, so you don't just have a player out there bouncing the ball.
Yep.
It's different on the Bahamas end as Nesbitt is doing a lot of the ball handling and she's dribbling the ball a lot. Bahamas need to get a lot more ball movement to get some easy buckets.
Need to move. Number 4 need to move. Nesbitt took away the space that time. No spacing. Nice pass. Good look by Mexico. As they started this fourth quarter trying to push the pace. They are feeling right now if they go on a nice 10-0 run, the game is over. Two shot for Castro for Mexico.
Castro, one of those players that can play inside out. She can shoot the three. She can also play with her back to the basket.
You know, what I would do if I was the coach for Bahamas right now, and my point guard have so much pressure, I would take Grant and let her set some screen in the backcourt to relieve my point guard. Because that's the biggest problem right now for Bahamas, is just way too many live turnovers from the point guards.
And like I said, sometimes all it takes is one of those blind screens from the big fella in the background, in the backcourt. If you don't see it coming and you get your head rang a couple of times, trust me, you're going to play off of that ball a lot.
I have been in many of those, see? Many, many, many. They hurt. Oh, she loves that hook shot. Rebound Mexico. Now Mexico on boom push. Nice kick ahead. Into the side pick and roll. .11-point game.
Bahamas not quite getting in the set. A lot of ball dribbling.
Grant shot a three. That's a tied shot.
I don't think that's quite the shot that Coach Mack wanted. Say a pleasant good afternoon to our listening and viewing audience, watching us during the live stream, bringing you 2000 Women's Centrobasket Championship from the beautiful Virgin Islands. First game of the day, visiting Bahamas versus Mexico.
Mexico that time used the entire shot clock, not by dribbling, by passing from one side to the next. They make the extra pass. They're just not making the shot, but they are making the right play. Nice kick ahead. Bahamas fighting on the offensive glass, though. They're definitely going for the rebounds. Bahamas lucky to retain that time. That could have been an offensive foul.
Excellent defense by Mexico, as they just have a lot of trees just in there waiting for you to come to the basket.
Hey, yeah. Yeah, they got some big women. Oh, that's a Steve Nash fadeaway, son. Grant is showing us all the moves.
Beautiful move by Grant off of one leg.
A Steve Nash fadeaway. Wow. Here comes the down screen action. And Bahamas is starting to switch. Skip pass. They're using the entire shot clock. But this is where they're having problem. Full court, man-to-man pressure. In your face. Here goes a run and jump by Mexico. Bahamas look like they definitely need a timeout.
Look
See,
at the
they
ball
are winded.
movement. Look at the ball movement.
Extra pass and number 11, Pardo. She is playing.
Out. Inside out. Another penetration and kicked it out for a beautiful three-point shot by Mexico.
Vanello is a very tough little point guard. She hits the threes. She sets the play up. She picks up defensively, 90 feet. Tough player.
We'll be back after this timeout. As we're back to live play, Bahamas just can't quite cut into that deficit, as the closest they've got it was to 5 points. And Mexico, every time the Bahamas make that run, hits about 1 or 2 threes to extend that lead.
Right now, Mexico defensively is going into their run and jump. What that means really, when the point guard is bringing the ball up, they're running a next guard at her to have a double team.
And it's quite effective so far because Bahamas just don't have that ball handler to relieve that pressure.
Right, they're looking for the high-low. Excellent defense by Bahamas. Shot clock violation. 4:33, see. They got 4 minutes left in this game, down by 12.
And they're playing good defense. They just can't quite seem to get it on the offensive end. They're going to have to get some easy buckets.
Here comes the run and jump. Yeah, she handled the run and jump well that time. Yeah, once a team does that run and jump with like that, you got to attack them. You got to break it and attack.
You know, math wasn't my favorite subject in school, but if you run 2 people at one, somebody's open.
Somebody's open. But they got to make themselves available, see. You can't just stay in the corner, because if you make a long pass in a run and jump, the rotation will get there and pick that and steal that ball. Nice defense that time. Bahamas now with the steal and out on a fast break. Oh. Well, Grant has played the entire game. She has energy. A little winded at times, but she's playing.
Grant now leading all scorers with 22 points. As she came to work today, 22 and 7 so far in this ball game. Hasn't really quite gotten any help from her teammates. Nevertheless, she's still fighting, trying to keep her team within striking distance.
Second shot is up. It's good. Oh, she finally got a rest.
Which is a little surprising with 4 minutes left.
It's very
in this
surprising.
game.
There's a lot of time remaining. I'm hoping that's just a rest to get back in the game. You could go on a little 6-0 run right now. And the defense is still strong for the Bahamas. Backcourt. That's a turnover. So I don't think the game is over yet.
Bahamas
10-point game.
very much could still get themselves in this game as they're within striking distance. Couple stops if they can get some scores, and we'll be.
Offensive foul called in FIBA, and the coach, she almost exploded for the Bahamas.
And you can't afford to do that when you're down 10 trying to get yourself back into the game.
Yeah.
You don't see a lot of offensive calls being called in FIBA.
Not in FIBA, not too many. I really didn't think that was that bad of a screen, but high pick and roll, nicely done. You definitely see a flaw in Mexico, though. They can't lay up well. Oh, got away with some steps there. Bahamas not giving up. 8-point game, 3 minutes. Bahamas turning up the pressure. Mexico is taking a lot of time to get into their set. Now down to 14, double high ball screen. Nothing to the bonuses yet, only there should be the 14th foul of the Bahamas.
Two minutes, 57 seconds left in this ball game as Bahamas try to make a last-minute push. And that's how you got to do it. You get turnovers, but you got to get easy buckets also.
Yeah, that would definitely help. Bahamas only down by 6. They are scrapping away, like we say. They are looking to steal this game. Cookies. Mexico got to get it across. It's only. He called timeout. That's a great timeout, C. You know why? Because he has to get that ball across by 8 seconds. 16 seconds on the shot clock.
Is that 16 now? And we're back to live action. Interesting observation in FIBA basketball, the women have 8 seconds to get it across the court, and the shot clock is showing 16 seconds, but the 8-second violation was not called.
I don't think Bahamas know. Why are they trying to pressure up?
Well, they shouldn't pressure. They should let them catch the ball. It should be.
Yeah.
They called it now.
Exactly. They should let them catch it in the front court.
And that violation happened by default. I don't think they knew. All they had to do is let them catch the ball, and it would have been a violation.
That's why you have to know the rules of the game. You have 8 seconds to cross half court. It was already at 16. Let them catch it in the front court.
Grant goes to work.
Back into the game. Running left-hand hook. And one. Oh, she came to play, see.
She definitely came to play, and she loved that left-hand swooping hook going to the middle of the court.
Yeah, the opportunity now to make it a one-possession game. With 2 minutes and 30 seconds remaining, it's a lot of time. Bahamas has found their mojo, so to speak, and they're making a push.
Grant now with 24 points as she looks to add to that total and cut into this league. And as I told you, I know Coach Mack from the Bahamas. Give her any kind of player, she's going to make sure you play hard.
One possession game, see. 2:30 remaining.
And here comes the pressure.
Now they got to be careful with the physicality. The referee's going to try to take away some of it.
There we go.
Cookies. You can't get up.
Here we
look
go.
At the two. This could be dangerous.
Have to pay for that.
Yeah. The hustle was there, but once you miss that steal right there, that was it. Here comes the run and jump. That's a bad foul by Mexico right there by Martinez. She definitely didn't need to. It was a 2 against 1. Keep her in the corner and double team her. Only the second team foul. A long way from one-on-one right now. 2-shot bonus. Third team foul.
And expect this to be a long 2 minutes.
Side out for the Bahamas. Nice pass inside to Grant. Mexico still not double teaming.
There she
goes
going
with a running hook.
Again.
Oh, she got away with a little steps there. Here comes a side pick roll. Excellent screen. Look how free she is from that screen. That's why you have to set good screens.
And believe it or not, the screen is what got Grant that offensive rebound.
Definitely, because hopefully one of the best players for Mexico is all right. She got hit pretty hard from that screen. Pardo. That was a nice screen, but you set good screens, you're going to be open. Pardo is a very tough player. Sorry that she goes out. Hopefully she can return because she's a key figure for Mexico.
And here comes the pressure from the Bahamas. They got to be careful doubling the ball and don't let a offender get behind of them. There we go. I just called it.
You just said it.
Just called it.
A layup. That's not a bad foul, though. Bahamas is playing for the 8 seconds, but still a lot of time in the game. See, you're only down by 3.
If you double, you want to make sure that nobody gets behind of you to create no kind of 2-on-1 situation.
Yes, that's a big gamble, especially when you're only down by 3 points.
But with 1:37, there's still a lot of basketball to be played. So one possession game, Mexico at the line. First one is up, and it's good. Second one is up, and good. Castro now with 7 points.
2 big free throws. Mexico by 5. Bahamas with the ball. Oh, out of control. The turnover at the wrong moment and the foul on top of it. Not in the bonus yet, though.
You can't let just...
Oh, they are in the bonus. Yeah,
You
that's
can't have turnovers when you're trying to get yourself back into the game.
Yeah, that's
Under
2
2 minutes
shots.
left.
2 shots in the bonus. That's a double whammy. See, we call that a double whammy, where you committed a turnover and you made a bad foul. This is a learning lesson for the Bahamas players, though, especially the point guards. FIBA is very physical, but you still got to learn to be under control. You got to learn to take the hit and keep that mental game still flowing. Second free throw up, no good on 2, but the rebound, no box out. Now Bahamas just got to be solid. Mexico goes into their double high ball screen. Castro look for high-low. Oh, nice extra pass, wide open for 3. No good. Bahamas now on the push. Oh, another near turnover. Is a turnover.
And as a coach, that just drives you crazy after you get 2 stops.
And then you can't call timeout.
Miss free throws and then still turn the ball over.
That's the thing with FIBA. You can't call timeout. The players has to figure it out for themselves. As long as the ball is not dead. Wow, look at that. She was wide open for a layup. She kicked it out for a 2. Now this is a round robin tournament seed. Point spread is going to be very important.
Yeah.
So you got to look at the score. In FIBA, you might see guys take shot with 10 seconds left, even though they're winning by 9 because of the point spread in case of a tie.
Well, because of a lot of the rules, like I said, in a tie situation, they go to the head-to-head. And then if you have a 3-way, then you go to points allowed. So it's definitely important. Even if you lose the game, you don't want a team to run up the score.
Yes, you keep playing. You got to keep playing. With 10 seconds left, Mexico going to pull this one out. But they still going to shoot. 3 seconds. Here come a 3, like I said. They're not going to stop shooting because it's about points.
And there you have it. First game of the 2017 Women's Centrobasket Championship. It's Mexico 61, Bahamas 56. And Tegan, I gotta say, I'm very impressed with Mexico, the way they move the ball, the way the spacing is on the court. Like I said, you could tell this team is very well coached. They look like they had some time together, practice well. They look good for the first game of this tournament.
Yeah, Mexico really came out, put their foot down early in the first quarter. That's where this game was really won, as they jumped all over the Bahamas. Like you said, they passed the ball very well, shared as a team. You know, they're going to be a tough team moving forward to beat. But you can see some kinks in their armors. They don't shoot too many layups. They're not as physical, even though they're big. We'll see. We'll see as we move on, see.
And as far as the other end for the Bahamas, we can tell they're a very, very scrappy team. I think they're going to get it together. If I know Coach Mack well, she's going to go back to the drawing board. She has to figure out her ball handling situation, who's going to be her main ball handler. But, you know, again, this is the first game of the tournament, and it is a round robin, so you can lose the first game and still move on to the next tournament by winning the other game. So, again, from myself, Calvert White, my co-partner, Kevin Shepard, we have one in the books.
Yes, sir. It's
Coming
just
up
getting
next.
started.
Coming up next should be another good one. We have Jamaica versus Puerto Rico. And this one is going to be a very physical game.